When was Brexit? Brexit was 10 years ago, by the way. Which also means that we are on the 10-year anniversary of Harambe dying. It's also the 10-year anniversary of Pokemon Go to the polls, and also Pokemon Go, which is quite wild to think about. It was this year. 2016 was like 3 years old, 3 years ago. How do you feel when someone says, when you look at the time and when you see it's a 6-year-old video and it says it came out in 2020 and not 2016 or 2014? For me, that's 2012. My sense of time is, for some reason, shaped around 2012, where I'm like, oh yeah, 8 years ago, that was 2012. No, 8 years ago was fucking 2018. Now, I'm still after Coney. Yeah, I don't know, I think, 2012, despite all the memes about the apocalypse, I thought that was a pretty good year. But also, it might be because I played a shit ton of Guild Wars too. The Wii is pretty new. Oh, I did see a fun fact that will make everyone feel very happy. Guys, the time between now and the release of the Wii is now greater than the release of the Wii and the NES. My hips! You're gonna crash out over that? So unreal? Mm-hmm. The Wii was 2006, I think. I think the Wii was 2006. It's now 2026. No, the Wii did not come out in 2009. I remember playing motherfucking Wii Sports in my tiny accommodation in Sydney when I lived in Sydney. God, I hated that place. Wii was 07? No, Wii was 2006? I'm pretty sure. 3DS was... No, DS was 2004. Wii was 2006, I think. Which is crazy to think about, because for some reason I think about the DS as being a thing in 2000 what? 5 or 6. People's grandparents' consoles are now the PlayStation 1. Yeah, I saw I showed that yesterday. The funny, the meme about the... Not the meme, sorry, the post from 4chan about the 58-year-old granddad who played the PlayStation 1 and he bought it when his son was 8 years old, so his granddad was 28 when it came out. Twitch recommends the game is 15 years old for the retro category, so now Halo reached Last of Us Far Cry 3. Oh, that's a fun one. The Unk Station. So true. Your back just gave out hearing that. Mm-hmm. Your 3DS still feels new to you? That's weird, because yeah, I think of the 3DS as like, oh, that's still recent console. I think the 3DS came out in like 2012 or 2011, right? When did the 3DS come out? Was it even that? The Switch was 2017, I remember that. 2011 for the 3DS? Why do we even bother doing years past 2014? Because time is going to tick forwards regardless of whether you or I are here. So you may as well make time matter whilst you are around. Make your time matter whilst you're around. Have a good time. Can we marry before it's too late? Well, I mean, a lot of people are proposing to me over the years, so I'd have to weigh up my options, of which apparently there's quite a few. I'll have to have a battle royale, and then at the end of the day, you guys can decide, I guess, who wins. And then I guess I get the final decision on whether or not I get to marry them or not. I feel like I should get the executive decision. Because yeah, imagine if the Big Show enters the battle royale, right? And how could the Big Show ever possibly be eliminated? Have you seen the size of him? It would be impossible for the Big Show to ever lose a battle royale. Look how big he is. And then cue the point where I don't think he's ever... No, he won one, right? And then cue the 20 men jumping him to get him out of the ring, which always happens in every match that he was ever in a battle royale. It has been 3 times as long of a gap since Skyrim came out than the gap between Oblivion and Skyrim. That's true. That is true. The time between the release of, Pokemon Red and now is probably bigger than the time of release between Pong and Pokemon Red, or Tetris and Pokemon Red. Skyrim is 15 years old this year, and still getting remastered. We are the Elder Scrolls now. That's true. That is true. So many games nowadays which are just only played by unks, because it's the games they played when they were younger.